Brings us to one of the great cities of the world, London, England. Coming up, another installment of the NFL International Series, and it should be a great one, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Tennessee Titans. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, it's been a great week here in the English capital, and this is the final of our 3 London games for 2023. And these teams are so well received by a community here that has really, let's say, embraced the National Football League.
In every way possible. And Brandon, when you think about where this whole thing started, the first London game in 2007, the Giants and the Dolphins, these fans are so educated now. When you walk into the stadium, you see jerseys from every NFL team represented, and they want to see good football as well.
The Titans ready to take over on offense for the first time, and it is the now 35-year-old Ryan Tannehill who leads them out in his 12th NFL campaign.
And this is a game for grit, determination, and somehow finding a way not to panic. What a horrible start for them. I mean, they haven't won a game yet. So now, as a quarterback, you're not just talking to your team. You've got to demonstrate to them what they need to do to win. He's got to be the leader by how he plays.
The NFL's leading rusher in 2019 and 2020, Derrick Henry. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. The numbers on the ground for Henry last week. 16 carries, 80 yards, and a touchdown.
And as we discovered in talking with the coaching staff prior to the game, going up against a team that struggled against the run has only emboldened them to run the football more. I expect 40 to 50 carries in this game.
Henry again on second down. And Henry going to have a Titans first down as he gets this up past the 40.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Derrick Henry all alone. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. After the penalty, it's Henry. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. And, Charles, you wonder about this defense coming in. I mean, look, it's no secret they're playing a team that's down on its luck right now. Losers of 5 straight. How does that change how you prepare for a game?
Well, to me, the first thought is you just get after them early, right? Take away any chance of them building any confidence. But the second thing is you prepare a little bit differently. You've got to expect this team to take chances, go for it on 3rd and 4th downs, run a lot of trick plays, anything to try and break their losing streak. So you must stay alert and stay aware.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. And here's a give to Spears. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold him to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here, because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Tannehill. That's complete right around the 8. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up second down.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Four yards to go on second down from the 7. Tannehill. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And the Titans are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Well, whatever script they put together for this offensive drive, Charles, seems to be working. I'm curious to see if this defense will make any adjustments here.
Things certainly going according to plan, aren't they? I mean, the way they're advancing the football, it's like they're on the practice field having one of their better days. But instead, it's game day, and they're moving the ball downfield with purpose.
Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
Henry again. And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. Derrick Henry. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Titans are on the board first here this afternoon. So a good job there, Charles, taking advantage of the short field, and they score first, punching it in on the short touchdown run.
I love the theme there, right? They didn't have to do anything big on that drive. Took advantage of where they were on the field, took it downfield, put the ball in the end zone. The only thing big on that drive, the 6 on the scoreboard.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. No run back here for Duvernay. Touchback out to the 25. Number 8, Lamar Jackson, trotting onto the field at quarterback, ready to lead this Ravens offense.
And I like his honesty, because when we sat down with him, I mean, he was the first one to say, that was on me last week, a really poor performance. Way too many interceptions, didn't find the end zone throwing the ball, put his defense and his special teams in some real jeopardy, but somehow they won the game.
They won.
Yeah, what I loved about it is when he told us about the defense kind of corralling him in the locker room and said, all right, my man, we're not going to do that again this week, are we?
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. You talk about this Titan defense. They come into this one down at the 27th position in the league, Charles, against the run.
And this group talks all the time about wanting to be better, getting stronger against the run. And to me, it all starts up front. You've got to win the line of scrimmage in order to play against the run very well.
Now Dobbins again on second down. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They need 2. Here's 3rd down. They'll try and run for the first with Edwards. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2. The Ravens in a very solid 4-1 here in the early part of the year. And they've come in on a nice run of recent form. 4 wins out of 5.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. They'll go again with Dobbins. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd down and 5. Dobbins trying the left side. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. That one a first down pickup of 8. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Sean Murphy bunting got him down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. As they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up. Up the middle, it's Edwards. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. He'll buy some time right. Well, that's complete to the fullback, Ricard. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. The time is called. Looks like a member of the Titans in some discomfort out there. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Jackson. That one thrown across his body, and it's incomplete. He was looking for Rashad Bateman there. That'll bring up 2nd down. Jackson going to give this one to Edwards. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
3rd and 5. Jackson rolling to his right. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens are an extra point away from evening this one up. This defense, so many things to worry about in the red zone area, but you'd have to almost think that Lamar Jackson running the football, that might be number 1.
It should be number 1, and in this portion of the field where things shrink a little bit because the receivers can't run past anyone because they'll run out of real estate, you should have all eyes on Lamar Jackson when the ball is snapped and try and keep him back in the pocket.
Yeah, I don't think that they were surprised he was running it there. They just couldn't stop him, and he ends up in the end zone. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Derrick Henry trots back out there and gets ready to go. And we check the rushing numbers so far here into Week 6, and the returns have been really good. Now, you're starting to hit that stride middle of the season toward the end. They're certainly hoping they can keep up this production.
They are, because one of the adages in the NFL is that defense travels and defense endures even in bad weather, right? You know what else does? A good running game. And people want that, especially as you're head down the stretch. You may play outdoors in some nasty stuff. You're trying to get to the playoffs. This is the time to get it going. And individually, I don't think he should just think about 1,000 yards either. The bar has to be set higher with this beginning.
And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. 3rd and 2, Tannehill. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Titans first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. Now we're at the 41, 2nd and 9. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he'll make it only to the 43, a gain of 2.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets all the way down inside the 20-yard line. So a little extra on top of the big play there.
It's tough for guys rushing the passer, but you have to know when the ball is gone. And if you listen, officials will tell you ball's gone. He didn't pull up.
Here's Tannehill. This will be caught at about the 5. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
So 2nd and goal, and the big man Henry alone in the backfield. Tannehill now to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Rock Ya-Sin. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. So from one end zone all the way to the other. Talk about a turnaround.
And how about the excitement that that play generates for his team? Not just the points on the board, but the momentum and taking it from coast to coast, end zone to end zone. What a tremendous play. Now get that man an oxygen tent.
That's your boy Old Mo. You said momentum, right?
Old Mo, I think he's kind of limping across at the end because of that distance, but he made it.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. In the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week, though, coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly love to have.
Oh, indeed. They have to have this one because that's something positive to take with you when you go away for a few days, and it actually releases your mind. If they lose this one, that mind stays cluttered the entire time they're away, and they've got to scramble to get back in sync when they start playing again.
This pass deep for Okonkwo. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Oh, that's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
On second down, here's Henry. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup. Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they? The offense on third down, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 7. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. Well, they have that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Shedding through the defense, and he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They're starting to put some space here. You know, first quarter, they didn't look so hot offensively. This second quarter, though, they've looked really good. They've jumped in the saddle in a big way now, and now they're in full gallop. I mean, before, kind of cantering around a little bit, right, trying to feel their way, not getting done what they wanted to. But somehow they put it together with play calling, execution, and now there's a pretty big gap. And they'll look to make that gap even bigger here. On second down, Jackson eluding the pressure right. He finds the rookie, Zay Flowers. Down the right sideline. Touchdown! Zay Flowers, 62 yards. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And sometimes those slants, they can be so tough to defend after the catch. It just happens so quickly. And really, what gets set up there is how quickly everything happens. Ball's out of the hands of the passer in a hurry, and he just takes it and goes. He went all the way into the end zone. Tucker with the extra point, and it's now 21-7. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Tennessee offense set to go again. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing. Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated. Now a first down throw, Tannehill looking for the out route. It's completed to Landry. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Tannehill. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either. Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one. Again, Tannehill. A short throw taken in by Okonkwo. And he is going to lose yardage here. Titans moving quickly here. They're in the hurry up. Here's Tannehill now on 2nd down. And brought in downfield by Burks. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 26. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. Gonzalez's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Ravens out in front. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Back to you guys in a bit. But first, we welcome everyone to our EA Sports Halftime Report. In the game you're watching, we've seen a strong first half out of Lamar Jackson. His guys have the lead as we send you back across the Atlantic to London and rejoin Sir Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. So here are the Ravens to take over on offense. They were winners a week ago over the Steelers, and they lead this one as well as they start here 1st and 10. Play action. Now Jackson. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Now a handoff, Edwards. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Now a 2nd and 2. Now Jackson taps this forward jet sweep. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18. Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
From the 23, this is 2nd and 3. Play action. It's Jackson. Buying time to his left. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
And Brandon, this is the time of the game when Jackson could really take over. He's got the defense's legs a little bit tired. He's got them on the run.
Yeah, this defense looks gassed, and you're exactly right. Second half with the lead, this is when Lamar Jackson seems to thrive. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, his first touchdown on the year. And the Ravens take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Titans offense gears up for their first possession of the second half. And their halftime hole now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Tannehill on first down. That'll be complete to Okonkwo. Look at the big fella go. And finally wrestled down at the 11. A big play there on the catch and run. 64 yards.
And normally when you think about huge field flipping plays like this, it's that shifty slot receiver, that burner on the outside. Not here. That's a tight end doing work down the field. Where's the oxygen mask? He's going to need it after that one. A big, big play.
Roquan Smith, the All-Pro, the former Bear, is there to make the stop.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Second down, they go again with Henry. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Tannehill. And this complete to Henry over the middle. And it's a Titans touchdown. Derrick Henry. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Titans are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And the lead is down to 11 at 28-17. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Playing against a 3-4 front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, if you can handle the nose tackle up front and then maybe a guard can slide up to the second level and block a linebacker, that's when you have success running the football.
Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be third and about a foot or 2. On the handoff, Edwards, and he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield, guy who can take it the distance. But a short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
They'll go back to Edwards on first down. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 42 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Now Jackson taps his forward jet sweep. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Jackson now. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Zay Flowers, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Titan offense now working their way back onto the field. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
To throw on 2nd down is Tannehill. A short throw taken in by Okonkwo. A 6-yard pass on back-to-back plays. Picks up the 1st. As they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. But we'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 1st down, it's Tannehill. This will go to Henry out wide. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That's a 1st down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10. To the air again, Tannehill. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Ndamukong Suh with a sack. We've seen that a ton since he entered the league in 2010. Tell you what, he did not have much time there to scan the field before he was ducking and covering.
Did it appear to you, as it did to me, that the defensive front won their play really quickly? Meaning the guys in front of them had almost no chance to block them. They were on him in a hurry.
To throw is Tannehill. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. From the gun, here's Tannehill. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now fourth down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. They snap it to Tannehill. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with a football. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on fourth down. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. Well, they've clearly made a conscious decision here to be more aggressive in the late stages of this game here in the second half.
And I get it. In this situation, you know, if you want to be aggressive out near midfield, you feel good about your defense maybe, or just, hey, I thought I had a proper play call. But how about the guys that just stopped them? How good do they feel right now? Hey, you want to go for it here? We shut you down? They're over on the bench right now feeling great.
And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. The wise move there, looked like nobody open. Now second down. Now a 2nd and 10. They go play action with Jackson, sliding out of the pocket. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he's going to get this inside the 30. First catch there for OBJ, and that good for a first down. They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
Now Jackson taps his forward jet sweep. And a great job there to read that one defensively. They strung him out, would not allow him to cut upfield. From the 21, here's 2nd and 6. Jackson will throw again. Being chased out left. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards and a first. This is Edwards. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. Facing a 2nd and 6 from the 8. A handoff running left is Dobbins. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Ravens are looking to run it to 5-1 on the season as they add to their 4th quarter lead. On 3rd down and short and everything well executed, he not only gets the first down, Charles, he gets the touchdown as well. And you see the defense commit to the run so often in these situations. There's always that little bit of hesitancy, isn't there, partner? Thinking that they may play action you. They took advantage of that hesitancy and found their way into the end zone with a running play. Tucker now for the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it's finished off by a touchdown run from J.K. Dobbins. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Going to the right here and finding Burks. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
Well, we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
He finds his man complete. It's Phillips. So the completion good for just 3. And it's 2nd down.
Partner, took a while for him to lock onto a receiver, and he finally found his man coming left to right across the formation. But by the time he got the ball to him, not much of a chance to turn upfield and make anything out of it.
On 2nd down, here's Tannehill. Over the middle, he has Okonkwo. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Tannehill throwing again. He gets this one to Burks. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll make it 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's a 2nd and 4. Here's Tannehill. He gets it to Burks again. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Burks needed time to step into the void left by A.J. Brown's trade, and injury didn't help his cause. A little bit over 400 yards, 1 touchdown in 11 games. The Titans planning for him to ascend to the top role this season.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Back to throw, Tannehill. It's complete to Hopkins. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Tannehill. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Now it's Tannehill. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Titans get a bit closer.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up.
And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and that'll cut the lead down to 18. So that drive in total 8 plays. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. Forced out to his left. He's going to fire one, corner of the end zone. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. Well, sometimes when you try to defend OBJ, you're going to get a PI call.
You might get a PI called at just about any point during his route. And I think a lot of teams have taken the whole philosophy of, hey, just go ahead and do what you have to do and hope eventually they'll quit calling it. But not in this case. They dropped the flag for the pass interference.
Dobbins will take this into the end zone. It's a Ravens touchdown.
Sometimes offense, if you get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Jackson and the Ravens still on the field. They'll go for 2. Now Lamar changing the look. And they'll try to run it in with Dobbins. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Titans now just about ready to take over. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. On first down, Tannehill. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Now Tannehill. He dumps it off for Henry. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Tannehill. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Desperation time for Tannehill on 4th down. That is caught. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. They're going to hurry back to the line now. On 1st and 10, Tannehill going right back to DeAndre Hopkins. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. From the 50, it's Tannehill. Throw left side complete. That's Hopkins. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Tannehill now to throw. To the right side, and he's got Landry complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Throwing again is Tannehill. Over the middle, it's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for the Ravens, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And now it's off to Heathrow as they get set to fly back to the U.S. in a couple.